I lay here as the sun sets over the horizon, and I ask myself, why do I play this game? Why have I invested the time I have? Because this game's pretty damn good, that's why. See, check this out, man. Alright, hear me out. Hear me out. Not only is the map decently big, right? Got this big old plateau, if you like to call it, so big old vast land spread, this whole land thing, you know what I'm saying? And throughout the land, which is pretty cool, you know, often found with every MMO, there's, you know, bases, hubs, you know, places, factions, people to meet, and places to explore. The house that I kind of like picked village-wise, I don't know if it was the closest. It just seemed to be like the town that I resonated with most. That was Everfall. You know, shout out to everybody in Everfall. How you doing? And you know, there's just a lot more places. You know, and you know, normally each base is gonna have, you know, X amount of quests that are both gonna be, you know, PvP quests or, you know, main story quests and stuff like that. So, you know, it plays out like your average MMO. And I feel like the placement of things, in my opinion, didn't seem too bad. You know, everything over in the rest of the shore is just a little bit small. Maybe they could widen this out. I know that, you know, this area right here normally kind of takes up the whole fragging map. But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm normally finding myself in spots that are, you know, seeming to be new. You know, everybody kind of says that this game is pretty repetitive, but, you know, technically every MMO is repetitive. You're always going to be mining, crafting, grinding, whatever it happens to be. But that's not, you know, the only thing I guess a lot of people are here for. The game's got great character customization. As you can see, I'm a sexy grandpa. You know what I'm saying? I got the beard of 1,000 lumberjacks and, you know, the haircut of 20 million hipsters. I look great. You know, we went from level 7 looking like a bum hobo to level 27 looking pretty decent, you know? You could level pretty quick in this game, honestly, just by killing mobs at, you know, a ridiculous rate. You just go out into places and kill a bunch of mobs. But what I found was I normally would take on about, you know, maybe 4 to 5 quests, and I just kind of have them pinned on my map and choose whichever's closest, kind of work in a circle. And you would think it's repetitive, but normally I'm always seeing something new. And another thing that's really, really captivating, I guess, about this game is the graphics, the weather system, the landscape, you know? You can really see a lot of stuff. It sounds like a really, really dumb quote. Quote me on that, but yeah, you could just really see a lot of stuff. There's a lot of detail. So that's what, you know, also kind of keeps me going. Sometimes things will look really eerie and I'll be fighting skeletons, or I'll be skinning a boar and it looks like it's maybe 5 a.m., you know, or I'll walk in Everfall around lunchtime and the sun's, you know, up, you know, there and bright, and the birds are chirping. The music. Woof. Whoa, fuck. This music, man, yo, this music, man, like, it's like, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, the music's great. All right, so the game has a lot of potential, and I'm trying to be neutral on both sides. I think the game is good in my opinion, right? The fighting system's a little wonky, something I'm definitely not used to, but I like new things. But I can also agree with, you know, most of the complaints that other players have, and, you know, the war system and maybe specific crafting stuff and some, you know, some glitches or whatever that you can do in the game. I know that there's, you know, a few animation things, and I don't, you know, I feel like those things could be worked on if the right feedback is given. I'm gonna show you a little bit of combat here. You know, normally when they light up or whatever, they'll do some sort of animation which will let you know that they're about to attack or do some stun or something. You could run out the way or dodge or whatever. I'm kind of just chilling. You get 3 abilities. My Q is me throwing my axe. If I could land it. Oh, here it is. What the? All right, what's going on here? Hey, yo, what's going on here, buddy? Hey, yo. All right, look at this. All right, watch this. Okay, so we threw the axe, right? And then I click F and do this. Completely miss. But it's okay, because the action looked cool. And now I go into Berserk mode. Boom, boom. You've got your coin. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that. Alright, you know what's crazy about this? Is that I've only ever had 3 blues drop. Ever. This is the 3rd one. And I get on video, baby. Hey, yo, listen, y'all, let me get a big bag, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got a new bow. And I'm cucumbered. So, let me speak about the cucumberance really quickly. Alright? So basically, this is, this is your loadout of sorts. This is your menu. This is your backpack. Alright? And, this is what we got. These little numbers right here are tiers, basically. I'm like midway through the game. The level cap is 60. I'm getting around level 30 items and whatnot. So what I've been finding is that obviously, tier 3 items seem to be what are, kind of tuned with my level. I don't have a hat on right now because, I'm trying to flex that beard. But, as you can see, here are kind of the stats. Obviously, you could sell, you can repair an item. Normally what I do when I get an item that I don't like is I salvage it immediately by clicking S and, confirming this. And you'll be getting repair parts to repair any other gear. So I just, salvage that bow. So I got a little bit of, whatever to repair these boots. That they're like, their durability's looking not too hot. You know what I'm saying? Click E, boom, completely repaired. I honestly don't even need this anymore, so I could just sell that. I've got 2 blue axes, which is pretty cool. I've had a blue pair of gloves drop, and now I just had this flat bow drop, which is pretty sick. So, I'll quickly go over some of the weapons really quickly. Obviously you could, hear some... that's not a weapon, that's a shield. You could shield bash, I guess. You got your stabs. You got muskets, which are pretty cool. Don't do the most damage, but they're still pretty cool to use. Swords. You got your big old hammer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that big old hammer gang. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm going to equip this bow really quickly and just feel cool. Maybe go for a quick long shot. And, let's see... Hey, you want a piece of me, huh? You want a piece of the eggs, huh? I'll crouch behind this bush right now, buddy. Skank. Sklank. Sklank. Skoom. Alright. Another thing that I'm going to warn you about is that if you play this game, your right hand will become so strong. And the reason being is because it's really left-click oriented, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So whoever's got that power to left click, like this, it could give you carpal tunnel if you really get into it, So maybe I feel like that's kind of been a general complaint, but I don't know, If you kind of just time it right and don't spam it, you can just, it's kind of like math, do a couple hits, maybe a block or something, because you could block in this game and everything. But like I said, I'm just going to go over the weapons really quickly. Obviously, you saw the bow and the hatchet. The sword goes along with the shield. So, here, let me go find a little Bob real quick. If you guys like swords and whatnot, I like the sword first. We got a shield bash, which hits him with the stun. You can charge up any of your weapons by holding left click for a little bit. Obviously, I was supposed to dodge up. These guys are kind of weird. Okay. We're fine. Eat these. I'll bite you both off with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. I like the way you smell. Look at that. So here's like a good explanation. Part 2. You can level up all your weapons. You know, each and every single one of your weapons is going to have a tree. I don't want to ruin all the abilities or whatnot. You know, for the sword, you obviously get sword and shield because that's what you're going to be using. I'm probably just going to throw it into increased sword backstab damage or something. And, yeah. So, you know, that's the sword. Quick second. Now we got the big boy hammer. Big boy hammer jammer. Sclankle. You know, it's a big boy. So, shout out to people that like using that, whatnot. Another good one for them casters out there. How you doing? Because we got a staff. How freaking cool is that? That's pretty cool. And if you level the staff in the correct way, you can use it as a transportation device. Right? So, and that cooldown's not too bad. It's about 20-second cooldown or something. Obviously, it's not too far, but you can still use it. And sometimes in PvP, it could mean the difference between getting away and eating some food and getting a pie and not. So, you know, cool things to keep in mind. The questing in this game is pretty good. And as in pretty good, the story is pretty good if you just decide to read it. Just like the quest markers, pinning, locations, information that you need. I haven't really had too many points in the game where I've been stuck and haven't really been able to figure it out on my own. So that's pretty cool. You just gotta put your mind to it just a little bit. But I mean, you know, my opinion, you know, I think the game's got a lot of potential. It seems to be like a good game, you know? Like, this is pretty cool. I really want to PvP a little more, get like a cool gun or something like that. There's 50 on 50 wars, you know, shoot somebody up on a cliff, really get crazy, go dive in here or something like that, you know. It's a cool game. It's got a lot of potential. So, I just want to speak about maybe some of the quest rewards or whatnot. Normally when you're finished with the quest, it'll, you know, give you crate of sorts. It'll obviously give you a little bit of XP and some gold. And in that crate, you're probably either going to get apparel or weapons or maybe some dye and some resources. Dump into the resources really quickly. There's a bunch, but not really a bunch. It's kind of just like any other old game where you have to craft a lot of stuff. There's a lot of recipes and whatnot. I mean, you can chop down trees for wood, you can get flint, you can go mine, you know, different types of rocks. There's alchemy, and you use these resources at certain workshops in towns to you know, craft other items and stuff like that. So, for example, I would take, you know, some poultry, and I'm pretty sure like wolf's meat or something like that, and I'd be able to make like a meal out of it. So this is my utilities part of my bag, which is basically just all my food. And, you know, potions and whatnot, and you could assign those to right here for your quick slots and whatnot. But you could assign a lot. Normally, I'm pretty sure it's just potions and food. That's what I'd be guessing. I'm not end game, so. But my impression on the game right now is really, really fun. It sucks that I have played it alone, but then again, I have realized, you know, I kind of joined in the beta a little bit late, and everybody's obviously established their ground. There were some people that I saw and played with, you know, but hopefully I'll be able to play this game with a couple friends when it releases. We farmed, I don't know, not farmed, you know, I had a quest and just killing mobs and stuff. We probably got about 7k gold. I think I spent just a little bit on the auction house to see how it was. This game does have a pretty cool auction house and, you know, business side setup and everything. So it's cool. It's pretty interactive. Obviously, you can make guilds. You can take over territories. It's pretty sick. Obviously, like I said before, you know, there's wars and you could have invasions. So at least what my understanding is, you know, you go sign up or there's some sort of settlement. So I have no idea necessarily, but you know, people declare war. So it's really, really cool, and it's really interactive. So the game definitely has a lot of potential. Fixes up just a few little things or whatnot. I personally like the game how it is, but that's just me. you know. So yeah, that's kind of my review on New World. It's got a lot of potential, and I hope to give just a little bit more detailed review of the game. I'm gonna try to play it just for a little bit more today and see what level I can get to, and yeah, this is the Large Stonks New World review. I wasn't trying to make it too long, just trying to let you guys know what it was for right now. We'll be going into a few more other things in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. Definitely, words can't really describe the thanks that I have towards the people that just stop by the platform, really. And I hope everybody's having a good rest of I can't even talk. I hope everybody's having a good day/night, noon, midnight. You never know. It could be dawn. You could be half asleep. I just hope you're having a good one. You deserve it. You stopped by here. Admire the beard. Admire the hair. Admire yourself. Admire everything that you can. Be positive. Be good. I'll be back. I'll see you in the next one.